just watched Dice Camera Action episode 92. I'm Sean, and this is Shauna. Shauna, what did you think
Hey.
of this show?
Oh, it was just another stressful show, but it was good, and it was weird having Paulton as the voice of reason for a change this time.
So everybody in the chat, feel free to fire off questions or comments, and I'll try to address them as we go. I might fall behind. I'll try not to, though. And Shauna, please, if you can, help me with that. Oh,
Yep.
wait. Adol 1004. The Dragon Turtle is dead. More and more pirates are going to be in Nyanzaru. It's going to be a nightmare for the locals now.
Oh, it's bad.
Yes, it is.
God.
So I wrote down notes. Oh boy. So it started off where they this was just a crazy episode I thought actually, you know what? I thought it was a really good episode. It was really fun. Everybody was in a good mood. Stuff happened. It kind of showcased their suboptimal mindset, you know, where their plans weren't, you know, you're sitting there like as a player, like kind of like screaming, please don't. But it makes for a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
You know, stuff happens, which I like. Super cautious might be boring. Is this canon in my game? No.
Oh my.
How high do you think DS kill count is? Great question. How many people died from that? We'll get to that. We should start from the beginning, right? So they're in Port Nyanzaru. It's finally time for them to go. Lyric Dashland, who I get the feeling House Dashland is part of the next storyline, whatever that is.
They're a Waterdeep house, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet.
Evelyn hinted on this show that she didn't want to go to Waterdeep. She doesn't want to go back there. So clearly, you know, this stuff's gonna happen there. So Chris was nice enough that they got here's the thing. All right, they got a map of Omu, the freaking lost city that's so hard to find. They got a map of Oralunga. They didn't get Nangalore. But those other two maps, how much? So it was enough to get them passage on the Brazen Pegasus to sail to Waterdeep. Now, how much do you think that would have cost them if they paid?
Oh, I don't know. I keep thinking that a map to like Omu on itself would be able to get a ship.
Yeah, it's Omu, right? The lost city of Omu that everybody's looking for. So I was like, thinking they should haggle or sell it to one of the merchant princes. You could probably get a lot more than a ride to Waterdeep, you know? The firstborn of Strix and Evil. They've been leaving hints in previous adventures, so it wouldn't be weird for Dashland to be a hint. Yes, I agree. So, yeah, right? The map, I feel like they could have got a lot more than they got.
But they're bad with money.
Because the guy was going to give them a boat. He was going to give them a boat. But instead, they just got to ride on somebody else's boat. And Captain Ordamate is from the Tomb Adventure. That's a real NPC from the adventure.
Oh, cool.
And so he just pulled that one right out of the book. So they knew they would have to pay the Dragon Turtle. Okay, so you have to pay a Dragon Turtle. He wants treasure, right? To me, you all sit down, go through your treasure lists, and see what junk you have that has value, stuff you don't use that you could give him. So, like, I went on the wiki, the Dice Camera Action wiki, and I'm looking at their treasure stuff and seeing like what they could throw this thing, right? But they didn't do that.
Yeah. Although, yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's one of those DM tricks where you want to get rid of some magic items. It's like, here's a way you can get rid of it. But
the Dragon Turtle, for people who haven't read the adventure, Dragon Turtle's in the adventure, and basically, you know, it wants more and more. And I mean, there's a certain limit. It's kind of random. The DM has like leeway to decide how much you have to give it. So he definitely messed with that a bit. But yeah, right. I mean, I would have sat down. I was looking through, you know, okay, Paulton has the Sun Sword, but he never uses the Sun Sword.
So, he never uses it except for when it's dramatically appropriate, and it works. So I can understand like keeping that. Also, maybe someday, maybe give it to Evelyn, someone that has sun theme.
Oh, juicy. Okay, this is good. Chris said he wanted to dig up loose ends and forgotten encounters from the past in this season. Who will we see back soon? I just watched an interview that Chris did for the D&D Beyond stuff.
Yes.
And he talked about that in season 4. And what he said was, season 3, his plan, he sat down and wrote out a little outline for all 30 episodes, just one sentence for each one. And his original plan for season 3 was half the campaign, half of the first 15 were getting to the tomb, the second 15 were in the tomb, and that completely changed. And he assumes that's going to happen with season 4. He wrote down a plan, but he's assuming it's not going to go according to plan. But he did say in that thing that he did want to use all of the stuff that, all of the hanging things, that all of the, I don't know what you call it, but you know what I mean.
The loose threads.
Yeah, all of the storylines that haven't been resolved. All the loose threads. So okay, right. So here you gotta help me, because I'm sure I'll forget a million. There's the one I can think of off the top of my head is that undead guy. What's his face? Who turned into an albatross?
Oh,
Sir Godfrey.
Yes. Sir Godfrey. Yes.
What else is there? Do you remember?
The fire primordial still around, I guess. Maybe. Also, he definitely, I think, in that video brought up the slaves that he killed accidentally. So
he
there's
did.
Still that to deal with. But yeah, most of the threads seem to be from, or at least in the Forgotten Realm, seem to be from last season. So that's maybe the big one.
Citadel Adbar, the doppelganger who was pretending to be the king, and he was worried he was going to get assassinated. They left that one dangling.
Wonder if they're going to ever bring up that that weird encounter with that gentleman in the bar that Evelyn and Paulton had. The one, it was like right after they came back from the Giants, and it seemed unusual.
Is that where Time Patches, the Strahd doll is out there, right? The Dow from the bottle that got it out. There's a bag of nails chasing after the dragon. I'm thinking like, Miranda, the Ring of Winter. You could do 2 seasons out of all that stuff.
Oh yeah, also the Centaurum seem like they're going to be, especially with this episode, they're going to be even more like that. Seemed to like follow up from the previous season. Now it's probably going to follow them back to Waterdeep.
The one, Chris actually specifically mentioned those dwarves back in, I think, season 2. Diaz tried to free a bunch of dwarves who were imprisoned. And he let Mygara out, and she fried them all. They all died. So it's like, okay, well, what happens after that? Like, what he specifically mentioned them? Like, what is he talking about? What's going to happen? Do you have any idea?
Like one of their relatives or something like that, like associates might come back. But I mean, how would they know that it was? Oh, they said. I think, did they say anything about that when they came back to the
they might
to the king? Oh, that's not.
And then if the dwarves went and investigated the wreckage of Iron Slag and someone cast Speak with Dead, they would know.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Or maybe all of those dwarves rose up as undead. Maybe.
Who knows?
Some kind of weird fiery undead dwarf.
Rampaging fire primordial just running around.
I think so. It could be a whole thing with Citadel Adbar, right? Where Citadel Adbar, like Mygara is running loose, all those prisoners died, and they blame the Waffle crew for the whole thing. Maybe, and they put a bounty out on them or something. And Harshnag died. Remember the Frost Giant?
Oh yeah. Do you know how far Citadel Adbar is from like Waterdeep? Is it extremely far?
I don't know.
To look up.
Probably pretty far, but I don't know. I would have to look.
Yeah.
Where was Simon this episode? Great question.
Oh yeah.
Because I was thinking when that dragon turtle popped up, Simon shoots death darts and sleep darts. So just freaking sleep dart the dragon turtle and go on your way, right? That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
I don't know if it's immune to poison.
It's a big dragon. It's a big.
I don't have.
That might be its domain. Maybe it's like one of those things that has a.
If he has legendary resistance, then that wouldn't work.
That's a huge dragon turtle.
All right, Sheep Skate 911. With the absence of power in the strait, do you think some other power of the water will fill that gap? Possibly a benevolent bronze dragon wanting to keep the pirates out? Well, okay. The dragon turtle is dead. The dragon turtle's job was to keep the pirates out. So now that the dragon turtle is dead, the pirates can just go nuts.
Yep.
You know? So that's basically what's going to happen. And like and in the adventure, there's actually 3 pirate ships that are named, the 3 main bands of pirates that are the problem, and now they're free to run wild. So
God, and they spent.
They have a cool base too. Yeah, it's awesome. So I would guess that's probably what's going to happen, unless Zindar has something up his sleeve. Yeah.
Oh, they left that place real bad.
Sage of Sorcery power score. Do you think Paulton will learn spell dancing magic now that he lost the mandolin? Possibly open a dancing school? I don't think so. Do you?
Wow. I don't. So what does he have as his bagpipes and his regular mandolin?
Yeah.
Does he have a regular one?
He has bagpipes and maybe a mandolin now. He doesn't have the Kanaeth
mandolin
anymore.
Did he know fly, or was that something connected to his
that was from the mandolin, I believe.
Oh.
Although I think he could probably take fly as a spell. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's high enough level, he probably can.
Yeah. I don't think he'll start a dancing studio. I mean, he performs when he has to, when he's drunk, and when Evelyn convinces him to do it. But he was going to try to like rock out the dragon turtle, but the turtle wasn't into it. So
yeah. He seemed like he got coerced into doing that.
Pyro She. In theory, no one would know if everyone died, but it could be fallout from the primordial itself. True. I can look at my map for the dis. Sheepskate's gonna look cool. All right, cool. KKRP awesome. Dylan. Citadel Adbar is pretty far away from Waterdeep. It's right beside the Anarok Desert. Okay. Pirate Bay. Jahaka Anchorage. Yeah, that's the pirate place. Paulton has a lute, bagpipe, and what is that thing with the clicking sound?
Oh, you said castanets.
Castanets. Yeah. All right. So then they tried to. So they're getting ready to leave, and then Dieth says, maybe we shouldn't run. We should stay and just deal with this thing now, so it doesn't come back to bite us.
Be responsible.
Which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Different.
Oh no.
He was being very. He's the leader, right?
Yeah.
The rest of them are kind of wacky. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, most of the time.
He's the dad, basically.
Yeah, except for maybe this episode, partially.
Yeah. So. He convinced them to stay. Here's what I couldn't believe. Oh, Sheepskate. Okay. Citadel Adbar is about 750 miles from Waterdeep. Holy cow. So that's really far.
That's far.
So it's not like they're going to march to Waterdeep. But so that means that Mygara is way out there causing problems, not in Waterdeep. So that's interesting. Although if there's like a portal or something, then, because I know the Harpers have those towers where you can teleport to various areas, but Mygara, I don't think could teleport through one of those things.
They still have those the spectacles, and those are a portal somewhere, so who knows?
Yeah, they do. The one time, okay, so like they're like, all right, so we're gonna stay in the village, right? Or stay in Port Nizaru. And I couldn't believe they split the party. Could you?
They've split the party several times. It's unusual, though, that they just leave Evelyn alone, kind of.
Because it's like...
I thought they'd have somebody go with her, but...
First off, a bathhouse episode would be freaking awesome. All of them go to the bathhouse. That would be freaking hilarious and awesome. But they left her there alone. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, are you guys... What do you, But again, that makes for a fun show.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's going to go on their own, I think it would probably be Evelyn. She's probably the one that can handle herself more so than the rest of them by themselves.
Do you think... So Evelyn's there alone an assassin pops up in the tub.
Yeah.
And she gets stabbed and poisoned.
Yeah.
And she takes a ton of damage, and she drops. And it was like, you think Chris was being too nice?
I think there's going to be some sort of, there is definitely to be a consequence. Like maybe they took something and they haven't realized it yet, because Chris knows that they don't necessarily keep excellent track of their items, and some things could be missing.
I felt like, I mean, she should have either died or been abducted.
Yeah.
And captured, right?
Yeah.
I mean, although I was a little confused about this. By the end of the episode, I wasn't sure exactly what we learned. Were the Tabaxi actually the assassins?
No, I think they're
lied?
in. I think they were in league with the Centaurum. I think.
Oh, really?
That's what was. Yeah.
Chris just ate all 1004. Chris just tweeted, "Bad rolls plus bad party communication equals fun."
Yeah, the fancy dice sometimes do not have good rolls.
Evelyn Anna rolled like 6
natural
ones or
6 nat ones with the fancy dice.
Like bad like that. They decided not to throw the bomb, and that Strix wouldn't bathe. I thought, oh, Strix is gonna take a bath. I was so pumped up. Like,
she would probably ruin that bathhouse.
And towards the end, it looked like Holly was kind of like was gonna go along with it. She's playing a character who didn't want to, but she was leaving the door open that they could bring Strix in. But then they just didn't do it. I was just boggled my mind. But again, it made for a fun show. So sometimes, like, their bad choices, on this show, there's a point late in the show where, I know I'm getting ahead here, but where there's the evil Paulton was on the ship. He chucked a key into the water. He got kicked overboard. And Anna herself declared that she probably wouldn't. It was happening really fast, and she might not know which one is which. And so she said, I think maybe should I make a perception roll? That's why I think she's a really good player, because she did that to the detriment of her, in game. This is not something that's going to benefit her character. But in my opinion, it benefited the show because it added drama and it made sense.
Yeah.
And that's why I think she's such a good player, because she's willing to do stuff like that, because most players will not do that. Most.
Yeah. I think that's something that's consistent with all the players in this show, is that they will do that. Like, they'll do stuff that makes sense in character, but knowing that it's not a good decision.
Dylan says River Mist and Flask of Wine are allied with the Zents in the book, right? I don't remember, but probably. I probably shouldn't spoil it. I don't know. Strix to bathe is a level 20 feet. Yeah. Why is it every time Strix ends up in the water, she gets bit by things? Well, you know what? She did take a bath. She went in the water.
She goes in the water, but
now she's clean, right?
Roddy's like, there's only so much that the dirt that much water can do. Like, she ends up getting like still filthy.
I think
that's
coating
built
dirt
up
came off, maybe, or at least it turned from crust to mud. Bad play ramped up the tension. I agree. Laharl, it's probably Final Fantasy 11. I might not remember this correctly, but didn't Dieth have the key to the bomb, or was that just the chest key that was in the frozen hand? Okay, that was a little confusing to me too.
Yeah.
Do you remember how this went down when they were on the boat?
The key that was originally in the bomb was thrown by the evil Paulton, and Dieth took one of the keys that he had and kind of stuck it in there to stop the process of the explosion. So we ended up not losing any of those keys.
So evil Paulton pulled one key out, threw it in the water. What a jerk! What was he thinking? And that doesn't even make sense for him. Well, unless he didn't know what it was going to do, or he assumed they would throw the bomb. But so he threw that key in. Dieth grabbed another key real quick and jammed it in there to stop it. And then Strix had to dive in. Yeah, I was confused by that in the beginning too. I missed that, but thankfully,
There was a lot of
Chris.
people talking back and forth. It was a little hard to kind of keep track a little bit.
Abrams X, I'd say Paulton wins the award for being most responsible and level-headed this episode. Diaz's actions, while with the intentions of being responsible, still a bad idea, even before hindsight. A society that wants to protect the local populace of the city and deal with troublemakers. Let's poke around and make a scene. Oh yeah.
I mean, that worked out for them. That initial thing worked out for them. I think Diaz is realizing that they just kind of leave places and kind of track trouble, and that trouble has a tendency to pop up and get back at them.
Yeah. People are saying so many things. My brain is fried. Dylan points out that putting Strix in the ocean is like putting oil into water.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping in hot jungle ocean water does not clean you up. Well, it would a little bit, wouldn't it? Maybe, no? Or maybe it would just put salt on you, or I don't know. I don't go to the beach very much. Scotty, Strix is now probably at least crustier, covered in salt from the salt water. Jeanette, I was wondering if Chris would leave the Paulton clone unresolved, and then he showed up.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that, right?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of those things you can hold over the party at certain points, but I guess he's dead now.
That's weird, right? I thought Chris was gonna save evil Paulton. He could do whatever he wanted with him, so I figured, because I was thinking he kind of hinted that maybe Paulton was going to be a bad guy in season 4. So I thought, okay, well, here you go. You have an evil Paulton that can be the bad guy of season 4, or at least meddle in season 4. But instead, he just put him here, and whatever happened, happened. I mean, although he got swallowed.
Oh, but he got exploded though.
True.
I would say he could have survived if he was swallowed, but that turtle exploded.
That's true. But I know some people had mentioned, well, we should probably go through this, get to that point. All right, so DF decided he wanted to stay to deal with the Etepka Society, which is another thing that's right out of the book. So he ended up running into Zintar, who's an NPC from the book. He's a half-dragon. Who guards the docks. And he's like a good guy. And they explained to him what happened. And so that was pretty, all right. That worked out pretty well. But meanwhile, Evelyn got murdered, basically. And the chat pointed out that she has that raised dead penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't like that. I don't like the raised dead penalty.
At that point, you're just lucky to have your character back. So it's like, okay, I'll deal with this.
It's just like
you're just relieved.
In D&D, when your character dies, that sucks enough.
Yeah.
And then you come back and you have minuses. Because this actually happened in the Eberron game I play in where I died. And for freaking 3-4 sessions, I had all these minuses. And it was horrible because the DM didn't really remember. That's one thing a DM is probably not going to remember. You as a player are very aware of it. So sometimes he'll be like, you have to remind him. You're like, no, remember I have a -3 because I freaking got killed by a troll, you know? He's like, oh yeah. You know, I'm like, oh, this is the worst, you know? And it's like, to me, it's like dying is punishment enough. I don't think, I don't use that. I don't use that.
Yeah. Interesting.
I just felt so bad because Evelyn's in the bathtub. She's got an AC of 12. She has no weapons, and she's got a -3 to everything.
Yeah.
And you left her alone.
Oh.
What?
I mean, they didn't know that. They didn't know that at that point, but that's the thing. But interesting thing about the rules thing. I watched the Roll20 once, and Adam Coble, the GM, has an interesting thing to deal with rules, things that come up in chat. It's like, give me a number or a page number, or don't say anything, because you can say all the different spells, what the rulings are, but if there's no page, it's not helpful to the DM or the players because you have to go spend time looking for it.
Oh, so he always wants a page number.
Yeah, it's a page, so it's like we can look it up real fast, and that it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Something I've seen before that I haven't really seen ever.
All right. She's like a duck, yes. Everybody's talking about Strix in the water.
Yeah.
She didn't float, therefore she's not a witch. Evil Paulton was level 3, yes.
Yeah.
I assume he could immediately attune to the mandolin because he's a clone of Paulton. I think that gives wiggle room.
Yeah.
Right? Chris is pretty loose with attunement anyway, right? So I would guess that he would say, because I mean Paulton's attuned to it, his clone wouldn't be much for the clone to be attuned to it either. I don't think.
Yeah, that was always my worry with the clones, is not necessarily them being able to, like, kill the party, but it's just like taking their stuff. Because that's come up both times, is their items have been like left alone in front of them.
Jeanette, I thought the same thing. I actually thought it was the clone that was choking Evelyn. Yeah, in the bathhouse, I thought it was evil Paulton killing her in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, this is gonna be really funny and weird.
Oh, well, that's ugh.
Like really weird. Time patches, we didn't see a body. That's true. Because during the battle, evil Paulton fell into the mouth of the dragon turtle while holding the mandolin. And that, I don't know how he could have. Well, the mandolin lets him fly. Well, no, like you said, there was an explosion. So unless he had a body bag from the Sohn sisters that he could have climbed in himself, which would have teleported him back to them. That's the only way I can think that he would have got out of that, right?
Yeah, he's in a tough position, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that could happen.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can think of. Part of me wanted Strix to be eaten by Aremag so we could have an episode inside the dragon turtle. That would have been pretty funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Although that would have been probably similar to having a bomb in the turtle, like, considering how much she likes casting fireballs.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of damage involved if you get swallowed. A good mending spell will fix the mandolin. I don't know. Does mending fix magic items? I know it fixes regular items. I'm not sure about mundane.
I think it only states mundane items, I think. I don't think it says anything about magic items, although it probably could. It doesn't say it specifically doesn't, I don't think.
Yeah, Dylan points out mending cannot fix
doesn't.
Magic items. Okay.
Cool.
Chat, quote unquote, helping always goes well. Remember when we killed Strix? Yeah. Well, I like it when chat clarifies things. I like it. It's a nice way. How do I put this? I don't know. It's just, it sucks as a DM when you realize later that you made a bad call, and it would have changed everything if you had stopped and figured that out. So yeah. I kind of like that, even when it goes against the group.
I mean, yeah, it's the benefit of like a group mind is people know what the results of rules are faster than a single person does.
And I think overall the players benefit more because the people in the chat are constantly throwing ideas at them and helping them.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I do. I sit there and I'm like, you should do that, I'm sure they're not even. But it's fun to do, I like to say, hey, maybe you should go here, or no, don't open the door, like
open the door.
He's calling from inside the house, like they don't.
Yeah.
All right. Time patches. Also, Chris waived the minuses when Diath got raised. Well, precedent has been set.
Yeah.
Adol, I actually thought giving the turtle gutter might be a good idea.
Oh.
I don't think so.
That would maybe make Shemeshka really mad. She's already pretty mad.
What does DF need gutter for?
I don't,
Just to call her, right?
Yeah.
It's an heirloom handed down from his ancestors to him that she made. Maybe he should have.
He should, but I don't think she's going to let him get rid of it now that he has it.
Well, if they threw gutter into the dragon turtle and then they blew up the dragon turtle, then it's probably, although maybe it's an indestructible thing and it would just be at the bottom of the ocean, and Shemeshka could cast like locate object and send someone to go pick it up for her.
She has that scrying mirror, right? That one that can see everything.
Yeah, one of her groomer guards always has that mirror that she can look through at any time. So she was probably watching. Maybe he should try to get rid of gutter. He doesn't need. I mean, it's a really cool item.
Yeah.
And it seems short sort of backstabbing, does extra damage, I think.
Yeah. It just seems so sinister though. Like it wants blood. Or it wants.
it gives him an extra D6 damage or something.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he doesn't do a lot of damage though, does it?
He has bad luck with backstab damage rolls. It's like he seems to always get 1s and
He doesn't seem
3s.
to get in position to get his sneak attack damage a lot, right?
He tends to be focused at throwing daggers, I think, more so than getting, because
he's so that doesn't work well for him.
Well, I think it's also because for most of this past season, he was so low on hit points.
Yeah. Now though, it seems like a good idea would be when they get into a combat for him to attack whoever Evelyn is fighting, because then he's going to get the sneak attack damage, and she can absorb the attacks while he just destroys whatever it is with backstabs. But they don't really do it like that.
Yeah, Evelyn also flies a lot, so
yeah, true.
Yeah, so she usually goes for things that they can't reach.
Yeah,
and he's usually the sole melee damage in that case. It's not going to be Paulton. It's not going to be Strix backing him up.
Abrams X. Evil Diath was able to utilize Gutter fully when he picked it up. So yes, Stralton probably had access to the spells. Okay, you're right. Didn't they tear up the body bag when they joined Evelyn? Yeah, but there's been time. So the hags are still alive, I think, right? They could have contacted him and sent him another soul bag,
God, they still have the soul grubs.
And the players still have those second souls inside of them.
Ugh.
Which, okay, so that's weird, because the point of the larva was to protect them from, if they die that way, the larva goes away and they're fine. But now the death curse is over. Now it's weird.
Yeah, it'll be weird if they ever go back to Sigil and stuff, because those are petitioner souls basically, right? The little soul grubs.
Yeah. Yeah, which are currency, and well, I don't know about 5th edition, but soul larvae are actually in the DMG and the plains sections. I think Hades, probably the Grey Wastes. Didn't they tear up the body bag? They might have, yes. Beat Crushers, Strix versus Evil Paulton in the belly of the turtle would have been. You're right, that would have been freaking awesome. Yeah. Strix has Dimension Door, Sheepsgate, yes. And towards the end, Strix was going to cast Dimension Door. She was underwater trying to get back up to the ship, and Chris said she had to see where she was going, but that's not true. I'm pretty, because I used Dimension Door a lot for my character. You don't have to see where you're going as long as you can. So that was I actually like it when Chris makes mistakes, because it makes me feel better as a DM.
Is Misty Steps the one you have to see where you're going, right?
Yeah. Most of them are.
Yeah.
But Dimension Doors specifically is you don't have to. But yeah, when Chris makes a mistake, it's okay, because this guy, he knows everything. He works in the company, So if he can't keep them all straight, then I don't feel bad that I can't keep them all straight. It always makes me feel good when he. It makes me feel like, okay, all right, we're all in the same boat. I'm not.
Yeah, DMs are human, so
I'm not the most horrible ever. Mending can fix magic items, it just can't restore magical effects. Okay. In other words, the mending effect itself is purely superficial. Okay. ID Buddy, the extra D6 backstab. Yeah, that's for Gutter. We don't know if Gutter has anything else inherent to it, but Time Patches has suspicions. Possible. Yeah, it's possible that there's more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always could be stronger magic that they haven't necessarily detected yet, maybe.
Maybe so there's those keys. Maybe because there's other magic keys in D&D. I wonder if maybe they found some other magic key, like the Shadow Sorcelled key in Sigil. If they stuck that in there, maybe something special would happen.
Oh,
that might be cool.
That might be interesting.
Maybe it's because in Sigil it's all about portals and portal keys, right? So maybe when you put different types of keys, it opens portals to different places. Maybe that would be cool.
We haven't tried sticking any other keys in there, only his keys.
Yeah, I am way behind here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Yeah.
Oh, good question. So, all right, Johnson, 2756. Great. Okay. So I almost missed this.
Oh yeah, the foot. Yeah.
Evelyn's missing her lower left foot, right?
Yeah.
Did she say there was a peg there or something?
Yeah, it was like some sort of, I think, prosthetic there. But yeah, like that was new. That was, I mean, new information, but it's probably always been there because yeah, she's always had her boots on.
No, somebody pointed out in the chat a couple things though. There was when she was a werewolf, there was no evidence of that, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so, but
Maybe. Okay, maybe when she was first in the game, she was missing the foot, and then when she became a werewolf, they regenerated or whatever as part of the transformation. But now that she died and is reborn in her original form, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, Time Patches says Anna actually foreshadowed that in her AMA, and she's hinted, I guess, that before that Evelyn never takes her boots off, so it's probably been a character thing for a while.
If she changed into the werewolf, those boots are magic, so they would just adjust to her size.
Yeah.
So okay.
Huh.
So the boots were still on.
Yeah,
she never takes the boots off. That's crazy. Because she's Anna has talked a little bit about Evelyn's mysterious past. Something happened at her home. She doesn't really talk about it, and she left. Yeah. And how would she lose her foot, though? I don't get it.
I don't know. How? Speaking of that, how have they given a location to where her family's like estate is, as far as conjunction to like Waterdeep?
It's been said near Waterdeep. So
yeah.
It's either in or close to Waterdeep. Okay, wait, hold on. Evelyn has a peg leg. Anna foreshadowed. Yes, she's hinted that Evelyn was a bridged critic. I don't think they mentioned a prosthetic. I missed that part, so I kind of caught it later when people were talking about it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was. Was it a peg? Was it a? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mostly got it from like chat, but it could just be that part is missing. So, Jared, or maybe the boot is the prosthetic.
Rowdy Sniper. Jared reminded us that Evelyn hates walking, and she does fly a lot, and she rides.
She does a lot.
She doesn't walk a lot. Time Patches. I bet Brick was involved with the loss of her. Brick is her brother, who she's mentioned before because Anna actually played a version of Evelyn in another campaign, which was different, but she had a brother named Brick, and apparently he's kind of a jerk. So.
Oh yeah.
And in this episode, she said numerous times she doesn't want to go back to Waterdeep.
Yeah, she said it pretty adamantly that she didn't want to go to Waterdeep.
So she did something, or was blamed for something.
I'm excited that there's more character stuff, and that seems interesting.
Her dad went away to Undermountain and died. Right, so then it would be Evelyn, her mom, and her brother running House Marthane. So maybe I don't know what could have happened where she would lose a foot. No idea.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Does she have any? Has she ever hinted at any fears or creatures that she's doesn't want to? I can't think of anything that sticks out.
Nothing that seemed. Nothing really sticks out as far as like specific creatures.
Time Patches, they aren't on good terms. That's all we know. Yes. Sniper, that would explain Evelyn if he had access to a piece of his sister. What kind of parents name their child Brick? Well, Abrams X points out his real name is Brighton, which is a great Evelyn name. Brighton.
Yeah. Brighton name, yeah.
He's the one that wrote a letter to her when her mom died, basically saying it was her fault. Oh. Is that? Oh, it was one of her backstories. Oh, I need to go look at that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of important. It's like really important. Wow. So she's been blamed for the death of her mother. So both of her parents are dead.
Yeah.
But why wasn't her mother in heaven then?
Interesting.
Wouldn't her mother have been there too?
I guess.
Id Buddy. Evelyn also has a very big germophobia. It's
Yeah.
possible cause of the foot is the reason.
Eh.
Mr. Wrist! Wasn't St. Markovia also missing a leg?
Hmm.
I don't
Oh yeah,
remember.
the
Maybe, yeah.
leg bone. Yeah. It's an item.
Right, the thigh bone. That's what it was. That's actually a magic item in Curse of Strahd,
Yep.
St. Markovia's thigh bone.
Yep.
And Chris changed that a little bit to
Round up.
Lightfall's enchantment was basically St. Markovia's thigh bone. That's a great point. Wow. I wonder if like St. Marthane's foot bone will be like a thing at some point.
Oh. Ooh.
That would be really weird. Her mom was too sick to be healed except by magic, and Evelyn wasn't there to heal her. Oh. What kind of disease did her mom have that they couldn't cure?
Could
they just...
Magical disease. Maybe it's like magical malady. Thing like that, maybe.
Yeah. Like what? Oh, if this was a Shar thing where Shar created some kind of malady, maybe.
Could be. I guess that would explain.
Maybe her mom was a werewolf. Need to remove curse. Yeah. So, like you're saying, I didn't know I was dead. Juicy, her mother was in heaven, but we never had the scene. Oh, KK. Oh, Dylan, her dad did say mom went to the other place. Oh, interesting. Time patches. Nobody drinks Evelyn's ashes. Yeah, right. God, that was so weird. Swan dive. In the dream, when she gives herself up for the rings, she sees Lathander and St. Markovia was standing on one leg. Interesting. That's really weird. No idea what that all adds up to. Spell plague. Oh, could be the spell plague. Sheepskate could be the spell plague. Although wasn't that? I think that was a while before that.
That was a while back. Yeah, that's like I think it's way before the current time. I think
maybe it could be like a lingering strain.
Yeah. There's still. I think there's still some of that lingering around or from forth.
Oh, they're saying the dad might have been joking about that.
Oh yeah, he was definitely joking. It was a joke. Yeah, but
Sorry, go ahead.
I said speaking of evil, we do know that Omen took the 2 rings, for sure.
That was clarified.
Yep, and apparently he gave them to C Team. So C Team has the rings now.
We're running out of time. I better.
Yep.
All right. What did we discussed most? But they're on the boat, and the group can't decide.
Yeah.
What to give so while they're still arguing about it, the dragon turtle pops up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, geez, guys.
I mean,
make for a good show though.
That's the group's kind of like big weakness is that they kind of aren't on the same page a lot of times.
It's just
like they want to protect each other, but they're not great at like communicating with each other, like especially for like plans.
It is, yeah. It's more fun to watch.
It is fun. Yeah, it's fun.
But as a player, it's just like, stop, stop it. If I was in the group, I'd be like, no, stop. Don't split the party, and don't just take your items and and they don't. This is weird. They don't split their gold up. Like Paulton's carrying all the gold.
Paulton carries the gold. Yeah.
That's weird. Why don't they just split it between the 4 people equally, whatever they get? I don't understand.
I guess because I think it's funny. It's funny to having to go to Paulton constantly for like, can I have some money?
You know what? Wasn't most of that money given to him from a party, a performance he did or something?
Yeah, that was he did like street performance, and I think the Chiltons just started throwing gold at him.
So he earned that. That's actually his money.
That's his money. Yeah, that's his money.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I get it then. But it's weird. Like if they needed money, right, to give to the dragon turtle, he could have just done that for a few days in Port Nine Zaru, got the money together, and then gone. I was thinking. I was thinking. As they're trying to figure out what to do with the dragon turtle, I had a couple ideas. I don't think any of them would have worked, but charm the dragon turtle somehow.
Ooh.
Maybe. Like he's got Crown of Madness, he can control it. for a few rounds. But I think the mandolin actually does. Well, you need charm. That's charm person.
Yeah. I'm always super like playing a bard like super like cautious about charming dragons because sometimes I can go like sometimes it's like that just doesn't work on them. It's like, oh no.
hmm And then the other thing I was thinking, if there's someone they could sneak by him, like creating like a fog cloud or an illusion to just creep right by, and the dragon
Yeah.
turtle won't even see them pass. Those are the two things I could think of. Either one of those pretty iffy, but it was just like, and it was funny because like the most fun idea is to use the bomb, but the way that Chris described the bomb on that episode, that he was saying it was going to blow up like most of the city of Omu. Like the blast radius is huge. So I was assuming if they use this bomb on the dragon turtle, the ship's going to go too. It's going to be a massive like nuclear explosion.
I mean, it was just under the water and created a huge tidal wave that probably did a bunch of damage to the port.
I felt like on this episode, I don't want to, backseat DM stuff makes me want to barf. So I don't mean this like in any kind of a criticism. It's an observation. Chris Evelyn probably should have died or got captured. I mean, but it sucks because she just got brought back to life, so it kind of sucks to have her die again. But it was like those NPCs saving her. Although in the end, it might be those NPCs. There might have been a bigger plan at work.
Oh, I think there's definitely something maybe that's going to come from that.
But it's weird to knock her unconscious and then let her be revived and go on your way. That's kind of weird, right? I don't know.
It's weird, but it leaves enough wiggle room to have that become, more important later on as a plot point, possibly.
And then with the bomb, I personally felt like because the explosion happened right under their ship, and it broke windows and parts of Port 9 which is far away, but the ship didn't shatter or anything, or even capsize, which I thought was a little like probably shouldn't have,
well,
feel right to me. But I mean, again, it's just who gives a crap. He probably just wanted to get them out of Port 9. And I wanted them out of Port 9 too. I'm really done with. I mean, like I like Tomb of Annihilation, but we've been on it for so long. It's like, okay, I'm done. Let's go. Let's get out of here. That was last season.
It's been the entire year, but they can't go back anymore. They can never go back there anymore.
Yeah, so people were asking towards the beginning of the show, did people die?
Some people probably definitely died because of that.
He said
also
all the pirates ships broke, windows shattered. He didn't. I don't believe he described citizens dying. But at the very least, there's a lot of property damage and injuries.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Also, there's no one protecting the port anymore, like you said before.
And there's nobody protecting the port, so now the pirates can get in there and go nuts.
Also, there's like this giant like crater of probably treasure down there now. When that trail exploded.
All the pirates are going to come for the dragon turtle's treasure.
Yep.
You're right. They're all going to be right there fighting. Oh my God, so whoever in Port 9 is quick will know to dive down there immediately and get that treasure.
Yeah.
But then the pirates are going to come after them.
Oh my God, they left that place. DF had another bomb explode things and probably hurt people again.
Yeah.
This is just like a larger version of the the primordial.
Let's see.
Oh.
Skillful crew, says Johnson. Could be, yeah. Waffles was on the boat. Her aura of pilot armor protected them. Plot armor, yeah. Even if there's no deaths, it's a lot of property damage. Agreed. Ed Buddy, the density of the water could have pushed them into a safe range when the explosion got past the surface. That's beyond me. I
mean, sometimes I just use it could have been magic stuff, whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just magic.
Yeah.
Abrams X. I say captured because they probably still think the crew has or knows where the Ring of Winter is, so they could have taken Evelyn as a hostage, as a bargaining chip, or at least for info.
Oh yeah.
I'm not clear on. Okay, so wait. Was it the Wantee who tried to kill her, or was it the cat people who said it was the Wantee that tried to kill her?
Oh, it was. Oh, you mean the people that killed her in the bath that tried to kill her in the bathhouse?
Mm-hmm.
I think they were Zentarum. I thought.
Oh, they are. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I think it was. It's been that, and then the Zentarum that were in the baking for the pot for the food and stuff like that in the previous episode.
Mm-hmm. It's fine they get hired guards with the treasure they recover, yes. I remember Omen gave his business card and said, we give pirate solutions.
Oh.
Oh, to a half-dragon in pre-PAX West
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
Yep.
Well, and they were, that's right, I listened to that. They were excited about fighting the pirates, so yeah, maybe Acquisitions Inc. are going to dive down there and try to get the treasure.
Who knows?
And then you have to deal with all the pirates who are going to come after it. They were Wenty Zentarum. Wenty, they were Wenty and Zentarum?
That's a combo.
Really? Huh. Yeah, so, all right, we're almost out of time.
Mm-hmm.
But final thoughts on the show. What'd you think?
It was a good episode. It was nice having people split, and the Dragon Turtle was definitely super tense. But I'm excited to kind of like you get out of Chult and go to where they're going next for the season. So curious for next episode.
Do you think the next episode is going to be an all sailing episode?
I think maybe for maybe the first 20 minutes, I think they're probably gonna want to get to Waterdeep pretty fast.
Might be fun to do there's a storm,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the coolest water monster is a dragon turtle, right? So it's all
Mm-hmm.
kind of downhill from there.
Yeah.
I never really liked krakens, so I don't really. Yeah.
They could never make it to Waterdeep. Something could detour them again.
But I think sailing is going to take a few weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if he'll gloss over the time, or.
I mean, they kind of did. Chris did gloss over the time going to Chult quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Flying there on the airship took weeks, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this might take months, a couple months.
Who knows?
Hopefully they don't run into Slark or oh, that would be funny.
Uh,
That would be funny if they ran into the bad guys in Storm King. That would be really. They could. He could do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's got that ship that's so cool, and I don't want to spoil it, but that's cool. That would be cool. I think.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Mm-hmm.
It would be weird. Sheepsgate. I think there'll be some serious questioning from the crew about the bomb.
I think.
Yeah, they might be mad. That's true. They might be angry, and they might try to. They might try to drag the group back to Port Nine Zaru to turn them in.
Maybe.
Because.
Or just
they put the city.
Drop them off.
Yeah. Ordame, the captain, wasn't really helpful though. She was just like, whatever, got throw him some treasure.
Throw some treasure.
You should probably, I mean, that's kind of crazy. He's convinced Shemeshka getting all the keys is a bad thing, so anything to protect them is for the greater good. Yeah. So, all right. So next episode, I am catching up on Trapped in the Birdcage. So I watched episodes 3 and 4. I wrote a summary of 3, and then I freaking saved over it, so it's gone.
Oh.
So I have to rewrite it. It just makes you want to barf. But I do have the 4 summary. I haven't gotten to the dice camera action related stuff yet, but I'm getting close. Yeah. So I saw the Lady of Pain, which was cool.
Yeah.
And it's a good show. People should.
Yeah, it's getting.
If people should watch it if you have the time, because it does tie into dice camera action towards the end, from what I understand. So yeah, you got any plugs? Oh, I wanted to talk about this. Okay, so I think we talked a little bit about the Stream of Many Eyes last week.
Yes.
So that's a big event. That's going to be June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I think, where they're going to announce the new storyline. And a whole bunch of groups are going to play live on a stream, sort of like a all-day kind of thing. So every few hours, a different group will play. You can attend it live if you want in LA, or you can watch it on the D&D channel. So I was thinking, because last year when they did the Stream of Annihilation, I covered the whole thing in my blog, and I watched pretty much the whole thing, and I wrote summaries of every freaking thing that was on there. And it was fun. So this year, I was thinking probably going to write that, and then at the end of each night, maybe do a special show at the end of the night and talk about it with whoever wants to talk to me after all that. And I was also thinking, I don't know if this is legal or whatever. I was thinking about doing a stream of me watching the stream. So
Stream
people could
watching the
talk to
stream.
me while I'm
Oh
writing my
yeah,
thing and all that
yeah,
stuff.
just
I'm not
like
sure
a
if my computer
commentary
could
stream.
handle it, but
Yeah.
that's something I might look into and see if that's okay for me to do. I'm pretty sure it's
Hmm.
okay, but I'm not positive.
Yeah,
So that's
that could be
something.
cool.
So Shauna, do you have any plugs?
Other than the here and your and the every other week being on your Power Square RPG Saturday games, I'm doing a Star Wars game on Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
on Encounter Roleplay. So that's been interesting. We are currently a bunch of children like left in the desert at this point. Like it's a mess. It's an awesome mess, but it's wonderful.
Sounds awesome. And your the Greyhawk channel, is that done? The two
That's
of
done.
ours?
Yeah, we had some things that that seemingly leaked into the other the main Return to Greyhawk. So that was interesting, and we were not killed by the tomb. So that was awesome.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'll be on the Greyhawk channel 2 o'clock playing Mordenkainen's Path of the Plains. Saturday at 6:30, I think I'm going to run the Lizard King group from Tomb. They're going to we'll probably start Peril at the Port, which is a Tomb of Annihilation related epic adventure that's mostly run at conventions, but I really like it, so I'm going to kind of modify it. And then Sunday we'll do Dungeon Academy, and yeah, so check all that stuff out, and thank you everybody for watching. And
Thanks.
I'm going to encourage you to watch. Anna's running her game right now, Lost
Mm-hmm.
Mines. So I'm actually going to create a raid, and you're all going to raid her. So please say hi to her. And thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
Oh, thanks, bye.
All right, bye bye.